We got to get back to like not fucking we have to get back to not having random trolls and random people that like want clout to derail the process here. You know what I mean? I don't like that. There's no reason to. I don't do that here in the chat, and I don't do that in live streams. There's no reason. There's no reason to talk about it any further. That's all chat seems to want. Yet get mad when you do cover it. Make it make sense. Yeah. The moment Adam regretted bringing you. Yeah, let's get started. So yesterday, no, that's not even remotely true. Adam was so fucking happy. So yesterday, I after leftovers, I went over to the Netflix building in Hollywood. It's on Sunset and like Vine, basically, and I'm posting that, dude. That's so stupid. Where the fuck were these memes, dude? We could have just posted this shit earlier. Okay. Pizza Socialist is the new Champagne Socialist? Yeah. One of your best streams, direct action on display, is great for building solidarity. Yeah. You blasted off too quick, my lord. Wait, what? Bro, this person that's a 17-month subscriber literally just posted porn in the chat. Like, through a Reddit link. Are you okay? Like, just straight up porn. Like, through a Reddit link. Are you out of your fucking mind, dog? Like, are you fucking insane? He said, oh, didn't mean to. It was a misclick. Sorry. Why do you have a Reddit GIF as a porn on your, like, what is happening? It's like, and it's just like an otherwise totally normal person. You know what I mean? What the fuck's happening? Anyway.
Teamsters have the sickest jackets. Teamsters have the sickest jackets. Teamsters have the sickest.
They do. This is very real and very true. Sorry, I meant to DM my mom. It's like literally animated porn of like someone getting DP'd by two massive cocks. Like animated GIF. It was odd. Oh yeah, I saw this. This shit's funny as fuck. So I turned that fucking link off, right? I'm like worried that I accidentally had the link still on or some shit. I'm gonna get fucking owned. Anyway, where was I? Dude, my ADHD is going fucking crazy mode right now. So yeah. We went to the picket lines alongside Adam. Update. Like I basically hit him up beforehand to make sure that I wasn't like a nuisance, to make sure that like everyone actually was going to be appreciative and they weren't going to consider me to be a nuisance. One of the things I communicated with them clearly is that like there's very rarely anyone that's going to come in and like do something really stupid. Right? And for the most part, it was great. I mean, it was an overall incredibly successful evening. So, you know, that like I literally told him, like, listen, if anything bad happens, like, I'll leave. If anything stupid happens that like derails the what you guys are trying to do, I'll leave. I just want to, you know, make sure, you know, I wanted to bring food. I don't know if you think that that's a good idea. I'm just going to bring like a lot of pizza, and I think they will appreciate that. Adam was like very informative, and he was like super on top of everything. I mean, it was great. Like he really carried the stream. So did Caroline too. They were awesome. It was educational. It was fun. It's exactly what I want to do. It was exactly what I want to achieve, basically, with my platform and with everything that I do. So I'm very happy with the entire process overall, you know. And don't let anyone else like try to take that away. The reality is that the not gonna lie, Joe's Pizza in LA looked undercooked as fuck. That was because you were looking at the vegan one. The vegan ones were weird. My point is, like, it was informative, it was educational. There was a lot of solidarity in action. You got to see a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't know how it works. And it's cool to see it in real life rather than just like read about it. And I personally appreciated it a lot, and I think everyone else that was there appreciated it a lot. We ultimately ended up, you know, I spent $1,000 on pizza. I got him like pizza twice, and then we shut down a fucking Marvel shoot. You know what I mean? It doesn't get any better than that, right? So I was very excited for that prospect. So like, obviously, whenever, you know, there's miserable fucks out there, whenever there's something happening that like people are praising, they gotta like go and ruin it. So that's why like I saw a million different fucking dumbasses on the internet being like, yeah, dude, fucking $400 worth of pizza, good job. Like, you know, fucking socialist, by the way, giving these like spoiled writers who are incredibly wealthy more money. It's like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Shut up. You're a miserable, sick, twisted freak. The reality is that, like, you know, you're an upper middle class, comfortable, lifestylist piece of shit. And I would defend your dad, I would defend your dad in a labor dispute as well. So that's the fucking reality. Brad Trammell, like this guy. Wait, no, this is Brad. Brad is a joke. This is not real. I think I speak for everyone in the creative community when I say that greedy writers profit aren't. Wait, this is Brad, guys. Y'all ate the bait. Brad is like a fountain of knowledge on this kind of stuff. He's like Joshua Citarella. You know what I mean? My point is this. Like, it doesn't matter if these are writers. It doesn't matter if these are baristas at Starbucks. And it doesn't matter if these are striking coal miners in a coal mine. Okay? Ultimately, the issues that people have are identical in the workplace. One thing I will say before we move on from this is that, like, we had the Bill Clinton kid show up and do the landlord thing. I know everyone wants to talk about that. I'm not going to give it too much attention. We didn't give it any attention at all on the stream for the most part. And of course, the worst thing you can do for like a childish troll is basically not give them attention. So then he just like started repeating what I was saying, literally, because he's a child. And then they cut a video to make it seem like, I don't know, I was like walking away from them or something. You guys probably watched the stream, so you already know what happened. But it's pretty cool that like a lot of people on the internet say stuff like Hassan struggling to navigate a situation he can't chat ban his way out of. When, like, what is the expectation? Should I like debate a child? No, of course not. Should I beat the shit out of a child? Like, these guys couldn't come up with like a cohesive narrative. So they basically were saying, I mean, that guy's a Nazi, by the way, the one that I just showed you. But it's pretty funny to see like a bunch of Nazis on the internet who have never been outside, like literally never been outdoors whatsoever, can't figure out like if I'm afraid of a child and or if I was like too aggressive and threatening towards a child. I mean, it wasn't like a very good bit. I think a better bit would have been to like defend the studios, but again, he's like a kid. He's a kid. He wanted to troll. You know, I probably would do the same thing if I was like 12 years old too, and I got like a little bit of internet fame. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. Breaking news: person walks away from someone harassing him in public. Yeah, I mean, there's like if it's an adult, it's a little bit different. If they're coming up and behaving in an erratic and aggressive manner. But when it's a kid, like, there's not really much you can do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not your dad. It's clear to me that you don't have one. Otherwise, he wouldn't let you do this. But, yeah. You probably know you did a good job of handling him if they're saying you were both too aggressive and too passive. Yeah, but it doesn't matter to fucking these the weirdo haters. That's it. The enemy is both strong and weak. The only way to win is not play the game. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's not a kid. He's the legal age to get his ass kicked. He's 20. I don't think so, but I don't really care, dude. I'm not going to like beat someone who looks like they're 12 either. You know what I mean? Or like sit there and debate them. So, yeah, it was great. Don't let anybody take away anything from that. Cause that's the main goal is to like, reorient the context of a situation. Reorient the context of a situation to like something that is irrelevant to like, you know, clout chase, which is ironic because that's what a lot of my haters say is like Hassan went down to the clout chase. It's like, it's not true. I could get more views sitting here in my house. I went down there because I wanted to support it. I wanted to cover it. I wanted to show people what it's like to be on a picket line. And I wanted to also, show the intricacies of this kind of action for a lot of people who are unfamiliar with it. And on top of that, I don't know what, like some people were saying the writers are more famous. That's why I went there. Some people were saying I was there to like, monetize a strike or something. But like they wanted me to film this. Like they were excited at the prospect of getting more eyeballs and coverage on it from an educational perspective, because in a lot of instances, unfortunately, the media has a very contentious approach to it. I saw leftists saying that you only bought pieces so that people clip it on Twitter. These people are so deranged, it's scary. Yeah, I mean, who cares? There's always going to be people who shit on you. There's always going to be people who get upset. What you have to do is just keep doing the right thing. It doesn't matter. Does it hurt my soul? Like when I get when fucking Andrew Tate calls me Lausanne or whatever, or Hasanabi, it's like funny to me. You're currently under house arrest. Leave your home. You can't. Guess what? Because the Romanian government is currently investigating you for sex trafficking, right? Like, that's fine. But when some dumb motherfuckers who want to like look edgy online with a hammer and sickle Twitter account are like, dude, he's just doing this for fucking clout. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're blind. You're stupid. You will never have solidarity. You're a fucking idiot. You're a non-entity. And this is the reason. And your Substack is never going to pop off. I'm sorry. It's never going to fucking pop off. It's never going to happen for you. I'm letting you know right now. Like, you will get one viral tweet off to be like, this guy sucks from the left. and then that's it. And half of the people that will elevate that will be literal fucking 4chan groypers. You are never going to be famous. You are never going to have your Substack or your Ko-fi or whatever the fuck those other websites are called pop off. You're going to be a fucking loser for the rest of your goddamn life. Fix it. Fix it. Make good content. And more importantly than that, show some goddamn solidarity, okay? And be smart. Like, be smart about this kind of stuff. You never see this from the right. You never see that kind of shit from the right. We still, like, this is the type of shit that it makes me feel like, is this the CIA here? Is this the fucking CIA? The nuanced thing about the situation is that those writers still make substantially more money than a lot of people in this country. That being said, we do need to support them, but the same level of teamwork needs to be shown for retail workers, for instance, ever get enough cushion to not work for 3 months. Like, first of all, you're literally describing how the writing industry works. It's not like a 24/7, the entire year type job, unfortunately. That is actually one of the main points of contention. Secondly, you're completely wrong. It's not that writers are all caked up. You've seen that on television, so you think all writers are rich. That's not the case. There are literally writers who won awards for their writing on the hit Hulu streaming show Bear that thought about possibly going back to work at a grocery store, that are working 2 jobs, not 1, but 2 jobs currently, because they get paid nothing. This is the exact point of contention that has caused these writers to strike in general. Okay? It's not the rich writers that are like, oh man, well, we have a lot of opportunities to fucking strike. That's great. They're doing it. Those rich guys, the rich writers, which do exist in the industry, just like every other fucking industry, are quite literally doing this so that the newcomers, the up-and-comers, the young guys that are starting off, like, yeah, Matt, like you're a dumbass. You go, oh, Matt Damon is struggling. Yeah, that's what, Matt Damon is the only writer in America, you fucking idiot. I don't understand why so many dumb bitches do not comprehend how this works. They are literally providing value, and they want a larger share of the value that they create. You're defending big studio executives. How do you not understand that? It blows my fucking mind when you go, yeah, Matt Damon is struggling. No, you idiot. You said that, not realizing the situation on hand is that there are random dudes that are like literally writing for shows that make gorillions of fucking dollars, okay? And then you're defending the process in which like studio executives can justify $100 million salaries. Like, you're defending Ari Emanuel here. You're not dunking on Matt Damon. Fuck Matt Damon. You're dunking on a random dude that has to do 2 fucking jobs on top of the writing job that he has. Because, unfortunately, this industry that generates $28 billion in profit every fucking year is not paying enough for some of the workers to, like, make a living. We don't have a lot of unions in this country. So anytime there's union activity, you see me support it. Okay? I'm only one dude, but unfortunately only 10% of this entire labor force in the United States of America is unionized, a fact that I bring up quite frequently. There is broad coverage across the board. The irony is, you want to know what's funny? Here, I'll tell you something that's fucking funny. Teamsters, okay? Love them. They're great. They're awesome. You want to know what's funny about the fucking idiots in the chat? If they saw a Teamster guy, okay, they would go, oh, that's a rugged American. That's a real American worker right there. That's awesome. Because they fit the bill, right? One of the most militant unions out there. Wonderful. They're great. Okay? Love them. Except those motherfuckers literally make more than the writers. But you don't know that because they don't look the part. Because you're an aesthetics-focused dumbass. They are the backbone of every industry, even Hollywood. obviously, because they are the truckers, right? They handle logistics. These guys are so powerful that they can get away with saying, yeah, if I see two people on a picket line, I'm not crossing it. And no one can say anything else. Because how are you going to scab with an 18-wheeler? What are you going to do? Find a fucking scabbing 18-wheeler? Good luck. One, good luck on that process to try to find a fucking 18-wheeler that'll scab. But then also on top of that, good luck, scabbing in front of a fucking Teamster. They will literally burn it to the fucking ground. Yeah. BRB, I'm going to get my production assistant to get a CDL. and a fucking Ford 750 U-Haul that we rented. That's going to bring in the trailer. Okay, have fun with that. So, but those guys, for that reason, because they have labor militancy, because they have a lot of power, because they're important, they control an important part of logistics, they make on average around like $150,000 a year. Okay? Are we dunking on truck people? Yeah, we are. We're dunking on truck people. And they fucking deserve it, okay? They deserve more than that even.
You've asked the
You're
question.
out of line.
Let him answer
Actually,
the
I
question.
haven't, and don't tell me I'm out of line.
You are out of line.
Don't tell me I'm out of line.
Sean O'Brien is a G. By the way, he's awesome. He's the man. This is the new Teamsters leadership too. Exactly. This has nothing to do with Matt Damon. This is a dialectical conflict with oppressors and the oppressed. When you shit on striking writers, you're doing the bidding of the CEOs. Exactly. What are you? Are you Mr. Nintendo? Is your uncle Mr. Nintendo? Who the fuck are you, man? Are you Mr. Universal? Is your dad Paramount Plus? Is your dad Mr. Paramount or John Plus? Which one is it? Why the fuck would you defend Paramount Plus is like executive salaries? The fuck is wrong with you? And to those who say, well, these guys actually have a lot of comfort. They have a lot of money. It's like, first of all, that's not even true. They don't. A lot of the regular starting writers do not have a lot of money, regardless of how much money their fucking shows make. But here's the point. It don't matter if you like the show or not. There's plenty of fucking TV that I don't watch. I watch a lot of anime. What matters is they're making money. People are watching it and they're making money. Who are they making the money for? Not themselves, but for their fucking bosses. Okay? Get out of this like twisted, distorted mindset that causes you to shit on other striking workers when the entire point should be you're there for them when it matters and they're there for you when it matters. Okay? That's how you do solidarity, you dumb bitches. Learn about it. But Americans are so cucked. They're so fucking cucked. Thanks for the knowledge. You're right. I don't know how much they make, and I did assume. Knowledge is power. I appreciate the message. I don't even know who the Teamsters is, Law. I'm speaking from the point of view of a disenfranchised black man that lives in Virginia and works for pennies. I'm just saying we got to keep the same energy. You did the right thing, just shedding a light on all the other industries where they can't strike because there's literally no community support for them. I know, but you do realize that I talk about that kind of stuff all the time as well. Not only that, but I also fund and facilitate efforts. I try to educate people, but there's only so much I can do. So, don't come in here with like, especially as a black person, I think you understand this better than anybody else, but don't come in here with the all lives matter energy. What's going on? You know what I mean? All strikes matter. Even ones that haven't happened yet. Like, yeah, I want you to be able to get labor power, but you don't achieve that by turning around and shitting on a bunch of, writers making pennies on the dollar who are actually able to, because of their union, strike. Still a good old boys club. Why you don't see a lot of support? That's not even fucking true. I mean, you watched it. You're looking for different reasons to shit on the strike, but you fucking watched it. You watched it happen with your own two eyes. I was there. Did that look like a good old boys club to you? No. I mean, here, look at this. There you go. In case anyone's wondering why the WGA is on strike, this is my streaming residual check for 2 episodes of Jane the Virgin. One for 1 penny and one for 2 pennies. I think the streamers can do better. Like, these shows are making millions of dollars, and one component that is supposed to get more residuals from these shows is the writers, you know, because it's their writing that's still making money. Meanwhile, yeah, I mean, the paper that it's printed on is worth more than the fucking dollar value that you're gaining here. You know what I mean? At least for $5 a month, you get to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks, which come at the top of every hour. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You know what I mean? Here's the 3-minute ad break. Now, you can also get gifted a sub, by the way, if you're lucky. Uh-oh. I found them on there. Eh? Oh, right here. Here you go. Pizza Hut 233, thank you for the 5 gifted. King Token, thank you for the 5 gifted. Kropotkin's Bread Loaf, thank you for the 5. Andrew Filer, thank you for the 10. Sun Jockey, thank you for the 5. All hips and all. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. You need to catch up on all those ad breaks you missed yesterday. No, I think I still ran ads yesterday. It's just like, let's see. Let me look at my overview real quick. Pretty sure I ran. Let's see. I mean, I'll look to see. I didn't even check. Cause fuck it, you know what I mean? I was too busy. Ad density. Yeah, no, I hit it. I hit the ads. We did it. We're good. Fucking good. How Sunny V2 ruined video essays by Pinely. Yeah, we're gonna watch this later. This man got 1 million views, dude. He's popping off. That's out to Pinely. This is the wealthy writer Matt Damon. The young Boston actor had a role in the classic Field of Dreams in 1989 for just $30. Less than a decade later, Affleck and his hometown friend Matt Damon wrote the script for Good Will Hunting and split the money. A total of $600. Yeah. Matt Damon is popping, but he didn't pop off because of the Oscar-winning Good Will Hunting, dog. Yeah. If you want to understand, as an actor, he earned $300,000 for his role in the film. As a writer, he earned $600 for the fucking script. A script that won an Oscar, mind you.
Our Teams to Remember are going to be with you side by side.
Yeah, this lady is fire. From what I understand, she's a badass. This is the head of the Teamsters. Hollywood labor is in. Fuck around and find out. Era. Thank you, Writers Guild of America West, for the Teamsters' love last night. We continue to stand in solidarity with the writers in your fight for a fair contract. Stay strong.
Our Teams to Remember are going to be with you side by side as well. And we have a saying that we like to tell our members, like, legally
Lindsay
we're
Doherty.
supposed to say certain things, and as Teamsters don't cross picket lines, right? And so all the support that you've seen so far is just going to get better, and we're excited to be in this fight with you guys. But again, you know, we are at a turning point in the labor movement right now. If we all want to get what's ours, we're going to have to fight for it tooth and nail. So just hang in there, keep fighting, keep hitting the pavement every single day, because if you throw up a picket line, those fucking trucks will stop, I promise you.
Yeah. So here's how this works. And you saw this happen on the stream yesterday. We were at the Netflix picket line, which was one of the major picket lines that are, always happening across the board for the duration of the strike. Okay? So the Netflix picket line is happening. There's one in Paramount Plus. There's one at Amazon Studios, all these other places. Then we get a tip from somebody who's on set saying, hey, there is currently a Marvel production happening only a mile down from the Netflix headquarters where you guys are striking at. Knowing full well that if there is only two people, as long as there are two people standing outside with pickets, Teamsters have a policy to not bring in their trucks and to refuse to cross that picket line. Okay? People immediately went over, found where the studio shoot was happening, the Marvel Studio shoot was happening, and stopped it. Teamsters are the trucking union. Okay? This is Lindsay Doherty, the Western Region Vice President and the Motion Picture Director and Principal Officers of Teamsters 399. The Teamsters local that is in charge of Hollywood productions, okay? This is like the motion picture industry Teamsters. The trucks that you see, the trailers that you see are brought by trucks. The trucks that you see are driven by the Teamsters, okay? It is a trucking union. It's also one of the strongest unions in North America, alongside the UAW. They're very powerful. Obviously, you don't have to only be a trucker to be a Teamster, or even in the UAW. Sometimes you have UAW local chapters that are, or local branches that are representing smaller unions, like academics can join the UAW. You know what I mean? And I don't mean DJ Academics. United Auto Workers are the UAW, for the record. But Teamsters handle logistics. Okay? But they can literally have, someone said they have a library union. Yeah, like they can have literally, they can represent the library unions. Like they are just like the UAW, they will defend whatever industry is, whatever group of laborers in any fucking industry is trying to get a better contract, fight for fair wages, fight for better benefits, and they want to unionize. These big unions will help out. Okay? Hi, Hassan. I was just wondering, are you going to cover any of the important news today, or are you just going to talk about yourself all stream? There was just 500 pounds of raw pasta dumped in a stream in New Jersey. Are you going to cover this domestic terror attack by Italian extremists? Listen, if I didn't cover this act of domestic terror by Italians on the largest Italian enclave on the planet, the largest Italian diaspora on the fucking planet, I would be doing a disservice to everybody. But most importantly, the Piker name. Okay? Let's be fucking real. Of course I'm going to cover the story. It's perhaps the most important news story of the day. It is literally a creepypasta. We are going to get to it in a little bit, but before we do that, let's finish the union talk.
And we starving all of us out, not just you guys. So whether they pay you guys now, they're gonna pay all of us later with interest. And we fucking promise them to. Next year when IATSE and Teamsters go in for our fight, it's gonna be the same thing. We have to fight, we have to keep fighting together. And what I like to say to the studios is, if you want to fuck around, you're gonna find out.
If you streamed an Amazon streaming picket line, would that count as scabbing? No, man. No. I think there's an issue with what streamers in the Hollywood sense is and what streamers, me, like a person who's a Twitch streamer is, okay? People are very confused by this. When people talk about streamers in Hollywood, they're talking about literally publishers like or Netflix. They're talking about Netflix. They're talking about Paramount. They're talking about Amazon Studios, right? What I do is very different. I am a Twitch streamer, okay? Individually. Twitch as a platform is not considered a streamer in Hollywood, okay? Streamers are streaming services like Netflix, like Apple Plus, all these fucking Plus shows. So no, that would not be scabbing. Oh, okay, now your protest poster makes much more sense. Lol, I didn't get it. I, once again, as a fucking idiot, decided to make a joke that only my audience would understand, but even then my audience wouldn't really fucking understand it. When I said, don't turn streamers into Twitch streamers, what I was saying is like Twitch streamers, we make shitty ass content. TV and these kinds of productions are supposed to be much larger than that, much better than that. Why? Because they have fucking writers. Okay? It's not trash because they have like actual writers. You might not like it, but plenty of people clearly do. So much so that they have generated $28 billion in profit total across the board in the industry. So you would say the strike helps Twitch streamers? No, it doesn't. Because ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter. More people aren't going to be like, oh man, television has too much reality TV now. Let me go watch Twitch streams instead. Like, that's a joke that I have made jokingly, but I can sense that a lot of gray names who are coming in here to shit up the chat are probably going to use that as a fucking avenue to be like, wow, Hassan is only a part of this strike because he wants it to continue. Because like it's a joke that I made. I've never heard streamers in that context in my life, to be honest. Yes, because you're on Twitch and your name is Nutmeg Bun 69. You probably are also like completely oblivious to like this old antiquated Hollywood nomenclature. Like you're just not aware of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know Nutmeg Bun 69 on Twitch is probably not going to be fucking familiar with what Hollywood executives call these platforms. You know what I mean? They do not even account for us. Like, they do not even think about us existing. So, Zoomers also torrent everything. We are not the Netflix market. Do they? Would you stand in solidarity with the police unions? Of course not. Fuck the police unions. They're not a union. They're not a real union. It's like saying, would you stand in solidarity with the cartel for motion pictures? You know what I mean? No, that's like the police union protects capital. That's their main goal. In that sense, while their payment process is similar to, working class individuals, they are wage laborers in that regard. They are. Okay. The police unions to protect them from accountability from the public. Real unions protect workers from capital owners. Exactly. Here's the Teamsters showing off their drip for you. Dude, I love the Teamsters jackets. I want one. I want one bad, dude. I want one fucking bad. They're fire. They have a sick crest too. Anyway, but that was the meme here, which was like, where the fuck is it? Dripped out unionists were talking about it, but you know, what Hassan claims to be doing, going to WGA West picket line. What Hassan really doing? Okay, you guys fucking. Why do I need haters when I have all of my fans do this? They're doing the bidding of the haters in general. It was literally specifying in the legislature that the police is not affected. I asked the Teamster guy on site, I want that jacket. How can I get it? He said, you know, you got to join the union.
Teamsters have the sickest jackets.
There's another moment where I don't know if that was filmed or not, but I literally told the guy, like, how do I get that jacket, man? Where do I buy that? And he goes, yeah, you got to pay $11,000 in union dues. I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. I love that they're ungrailed. Are you fucking kidding me? Shut the fuck up, bro. Yo. Gently used, $149. He said $11,000. Yeah, he did. Anyway. That guy didn't want to be on camera. Yeah, I know he didn't. So I didn't actually, I didn't, you know, put the camera on him because he said he didn't want to be on camera. Because I get it. I get why. Critical theory is making fun of Hasanabi. Who the fuck is critical theory? Ugh. Do I have to know every time some fucking random irrelevant shithead is like, yo, this is a song guy, I don't like it. Like, there's plenty of people, man. Go watch them then. Why are you here?
Let's find out. The winner of the best argument of the year goes to...
Wait, I want a trash taste
Attack
award.
on Titan is a mecha anime!
Wow.
Let's go!
I'm shocked it won, honestly.
Well, what did you think was going to win?
I thought it could have been one of Garn's spicy takes. The hills he was dying on were not worth it.
I'm still dying on this hill.
What are top three?
So AOT won by 20.1%.
Ooh, 21.1. That was close.
Feuds agreeing with all the boys' bad takes was 17.4%.
Wow.
I was not expecting that.
Very close.
17.4%.
And live mode versus dark mode with 14.8%.
So it was in the running.
Yeah, you got the bronze medal.
Yeah, I'm shocked this one, honestly. But it was a great argument. One of the best ones we'd had. And it was fun to see Joey say something just flat out.
Instantly ate my words. It was like instant karma compilation.
Samurai Champloo doesn't have samurais in it.
It's like, shit. All right, let's move on to the next one. Connor, what is it?
The next category is...
Let's go. Love that. You're not a streamer? Oh. I thought it was a streamer. I can't believe I beat PewDiePie.
What's up?
That's the guy.
Last part is much better than Cherokee. It's kind of a dead gate. You'll get more of the members on that side over there. More of the IATSE guys. Because they're unloading all the trucks and trying to get that.
He was so sick.
That might work up good.
He was so sick. I need that jacket, bro. I need that jacket. I fucking need that jacket. Anyway, it's fire. What if it was a trap to lure you away? No, man. Why the fuck would they do that? No. Of course wasn't.
There were multiple points where Hassan had his Hasanabi heads who were out there. You know, they were helping out. They were on the picket line. Appreciate them. But they were like little ducklings. And when Hassan would walk with Brett and sometimes with Adam, sometimes I would be there. And he would turn around and they would be following behind him. And he's like, "Guys, you don't have to follow me. You know, you can just keep walking." They're like, "Oh, okay." Okay. He goes, "They're well intentioned." And then there were multiple points where Hassan had.
That is true. That did happen. It was very cute. But listen, ultimately, it's great that they were there. They were, putting bodies on the line. Phantom gives a calorie update.
Calorie shit. So remember, I was 4,100 calories a day, or was it 4,300? I forgot how many I was eating. I was eating a lot. It's a new one. I'm no longer at 4,300 calories a day. I am officially under 3,000 calories every day.
Very good. Respect. That's good. Baby steps. You know what I mean? Speaking of fucking calories, the boy, me, is now also considered the skinny kid. Okay? I'm a little confused why they would send you to a gate that already had people and that's stopping production from telling the trucks to use the gate you just left. Oh my God. Dude, don't worry about it, okay? Just why would anyone know? Why would anyone fucking know where that production was happening? Anyway.
You can afford it.
Fuck it, I'll give it to
Take $11,000 for your initiation.
You can afford it.
Fuck it, I'll give it to you right now.
He's joining the WGA, the Teamsters.
You try.
I mean, I'm not a writer. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'll fucking join all of them. I don't give a shit.
You provide.
Yeah, he says $11,000. I said, fuck it, I'll do it right now. Yo, you found the jacket already? Turns out it's not $11,000. It's a soft shell jacket for $115, but I'm gonna buy it right now. But that's not a local one. It's an International Brotherhood one. I want the local one. I want the local Hollywood one. Dude, they have sick ass shit, dude. They got the denim jacket too. Yeah, he made union dues. I know. I know what joke he was making. What do you mean? Chad's like, bro, he meant union dues. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I had no idea. Thanks, man. Yeah, I know. I know what he meant. I'm familiar with his game. Anyway. So, where the fuck were we? Okay, this is like dumb shit, and it's like irrelevant. I can give you some iBet merch from my logo if you want. Sure. How much pieces did $1,000 get you? I mean, it's LA prices, but it was a decent amount. A good amount. What did Caroline? What else did Caroline say?
Super smart, fun guy. Was happy to get to spend the day with him. No! Just
Dude, I swear to God, my fucking fans are worse than my haters, dude.
Hassan is a miserable human being. Want to know what really makes people miserable? CTE for football. Yeah, CTE is pretty brutal. What's that got to do with Hassan being miserable? Loser leftist? Wow, dude. This sucks.
I don't think this is real.
Because now I can't be friends with Hassan anymore.
I don't think this is real.
You heard it first. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers, I stand with you, baby. Jets 2024 all the way to the fucking Super Bowl. Fuck you, Hassan Piker. Loser ass leftist. Aaron Rodgers, discount double check. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's not, I don't think that's real. I think that's like fake because I tried to like find it and I could not find it, unfortunately. The photographer is bummed you didn't tag him in the pic you posted yesterday with Adam. Oh, I was gonna literally fucking not only post his, I don't know what his ad is. Hold on. What is his ad? Does anyone know what his Instagram ad is? When your attachment to your football team destroys your ability to cognitively function, I respect it. Oh, you found it. Jera Motographs. Okay, good. Because I'm gonna post that shit. I'm gonna post the one that the me giving a fucking pizza, me serving up a fat pizza, on the picket line on my Instagram. I'm gonna post it right now. All right. It's the real Aaron Rodgers comment. It's here. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. It's real. The Aaron Rodgers comment is here. It's real. No, it's not. Where is it? You are blocked. I see it. Wait. Wait, hold up. This one too. Yeah. It's a fan page. It was a fake verification. I don't even see it. Anyway, it's a 1K follower fan page. Okay, good. Never mind then. Okay, hold on. Let me upload these photos real quick. They literally have a check emoji in their display name. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's a fake account. Okay, good. An Aaron Rodgers fake fan account hates me. What else is new? Fuck it, YOLO. Okay. What else were we gonna say? What else were we going to fucking talk about? What am I missing? What am I missing? This made its way to, I mean, here we discussed some of the basics here, but I think I talked about it well enough. I mean, you guys, we're gonna make a video out of this too, so hopefully you'll see when that pops off. But basically, you know what the demands are. We covered it so many fucking times. The demands over and over again. Part of it is like having control over the AI, obviously. But we were at the Netflix picket line, and then we found out that there was a Marvel shoot happening down the street, so we immediately went over there and we shut it down, which was fucking awesome. I mean, as soon as I saw that there was opportunity to shut down, like an actual production, I thought that was a great moment. We immediately fucking went down there. Anyway, I want to watch it. I want to watch it now. I'm going to watch it. Like, the plot came from thin air, man. The scenes, like, everything you see. Okay, I'll describe it to you like this. Everything that you see on scene is written by someone. It was imagined by someone and then put pen to paper by that same person or a group of individuals, and then like other people basically source things to try to recreate it. It had really good potential, but the ending feels super ham-fisted to get it to fit into a cinematic universe. Last time sorry, but it's a great example of an original writer getting completely removed from the final product. The movie is hella good, and it's fucked that they force it into the Cloverfield series. They could have been a 10 out of 10 standalone film. Instead, it's like a 7 out of 10 franchise movie. Yeah. Chatters are like, what are books? I don't get it. Like, you mean to tell me that like people write stuff on a piece of paper and then you imagine the things in your mind when you're, reading those words? Like, what? I don't understand. Chatter's misunderstanding the concept of film, cinema, but is one thing. Chatter's misunderstanding the concept of Chatter's misunderstanding the concept of reading and writing is an entirely new one. People don't know how mirrors work. You think they're reading books? I'll say fair, true. Honestly, this movie's ass. It had no dialogue for 25 minutes. Mid-ass movie. Is it? Let me guess. This is No Country for All. I mean, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay. I thought you were gonna show No Country for Old Men or what was it? Blood in the Water. Was it Blood in the Water? The fucking like both of those movies, including this one, has oh, There Will Be Blood, not Blood in the Water. Sorry, There Will Be Blood. Like all three of those movies have gigantic sequences where there is no speech whatsoever, like no communication whatsoever, where they basically show you everything, which is arguably harder to do. It's literally it's harder to write a sequence without the actors communicating it to you. Like no dialogue scenes are infinitely harder to convey the actual tone, to invoke the actual feelings that they're successfully trying to draw out of you. And yet they do it. Anyway. Disney is demanding that showrunners work their non-writing duties during the writer's strike, stating that they are required to do their duties even if the WGA attempts to fine you for performing such services during the strike. I like that discussing film is like super aggro on board with like the strikes, by the way. Here's you finding out the shutdown of Marvel.
Writers being kept. Do you want to try to go shut down a Marvel shoot?
Wait, what? Really?
I think the shoot that, yeah. So now I have direct information about the shoot on Las Palmas. They do say they need help. They need more people to try to shut the gates down. So we could try to go do that if you want. It's a little ways away.
Or
we can stick out.
I can drive there.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Las Palmas and Sunset. How far away is that?
My car is tiny though, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you might have to go. You might have to like have your. It's about a mile away. So it's yeah.
Is that where all those other people are walking over to?
We can walk there in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. We could walk down there. How long is a walk?
I got a 4-seater.
That's a 25-minute walk.
Yeah, I got a 4-door that drives with a 2-door.
If you like, I mean, we can do it. But yeah, my friend who's down there said, yeah, they do need people down there.
All right, well let's go.
Size of the room.
Yeah, immediately I was like, fuck it, let's go. Awesome. Do you see how they're trying to transvestigate you, Lamau? They're transvestigating Hassan. Those are some awfully wide set hips for a man. This is from an account you blocked. This dude walks like Donald Duck. Bro, I have a ass, dude. What do you mean? I don't get it. People are saying that like, yeah, man. Yeah, I fucking rep 3 plates. What do you mean? Like, I love dudes that like do heavy lifting when they fucking pick up a dino chicken nugget from the ground, being like, man, I can't believe how fucking big his hips are. He must be a woman. Like, what the fuck? Here, let's run it on loop. Yeah, I got a fat one, dude. I got a fucking, I got a dumper. What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Them things are thangin'. I'm double cheeked up on a fucking Friday, on a Thursday afternoon, nonetheless. Fuck you mean, dude? That's such a funny thing to just be like, dude, this guy's got a fat ass, man. Fucking sucks. Yeah, I'm a very strong boy. You know what I mean? What's next, bro? Are you going to be mad that my shoulders are incredibly fucking wide too? I know your mom wants to fuck me, okay? Like, what do you want? I don't get it. Divorced blunt rotation? Yeah, it's just like every fucking blue check mark. They can't handle that end table ass. Sit a lamp on that thing. Yeah, what? I don't get it. Like, what's going on here? Like, they're they're mad I got a fucking fat one? Like, what? Yeah. I mean, dude, this is not like a secret. Do people think that this is like a secret that I have a fat ass? Like, what the fuck? I mean, a lot of this is also what do you call it? I mean, genetics, right? A lot of this is also genetics. Like, I mean, here, first of all, there you go. This is what my fucking arms look like. If you want to thirst after it a little bit more, be like, man, this guy's like trans, I think. I mean, look at how fat his ass is. And then, you can take a look at some of my, photos of my biceps as well. Here, I mean, I'll show you if you want to see it. You little whores. Some of y'all are just slutty, dude. What is this? What the fuck is this? Wait, what's happening here? Yeah. What is that? What's going on? You want to see? You want to see ass, dude? This is how it works.
I know, it's an interesting topic. The topic will still be there after you rip this set. Beautiful. All right, strong heels. Yeah. There's my
How do you think I got it there?
Flying.
I'll put the whole gym on my back when I'm deadlifting. Yeah, no shit. Look at that. Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck? You gonna get mad at that? You're gonna get mad? You think that's there you go. Here.
5. Come on.
Here you go.
6. Jesus Christ.
How much is that? It's not that much. It's just 405.
7. Come on, baby. Come on. Pull. Yes.
Easy. No better.
Yo, that shit is tight. Where do I find the bar that goes around me and doesn't destroy my shins? So this is a trap bar deadlift. It is not the same as a conventional deadlift. A conventional deadlift is what I've gone back to now. But yeah, what I was repping there is only 4 plates. It's not that much, right? It's 405 pounds. But trap bar deadlifts actually are supposedly better for you. Not better for me because I've been a conventional bar deadlifter my whole life. Trap bar deadlifts are supposed to be easier, except I snapped my back on a trap bar deadlift. Rage thinks your ass makes you bad at balling. He's not wrong. He's not wrong to think that. It's just that, like, I know how to throw that weight around.
You, Hasan. It's gonna be you. Yeah, Rage.
We already covered this. Yeah. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. Streamer was demonstrating how Hasanabi dribbles a basketball. Trap bar deadlifts are supposed to be better. You activate your quads more. It's supposed to be better on your back. For me though, I prefer conventional. You snap your back probably from poor form more than the type of bar you were using. Of course. So as you can see, my form here is excellent. Okay. But when I first started, when I first got back into the gym, what ended up happening was I bounced it on a trap bar, which was like 380 pounds, I think. And it was like definitely more than what I could lift at the time. Cause like I was in my recomp period and like regaining my strength. How many you hit? 6 of 405? No, 8. This was 8. Also, I do excellent. It's good, but you're balancing. No, I do stop and go now. I do. Listen, this is an older video, but my point is this. What ended up happening was the reason why I fucked my back up on a trap bar deadlift is because I bounced it, like you said, Chatter. I bounced it, and at this moment, I didn't have enough strength to keep pulling. I did the first 2 back like a couple of years ago. If you remember, like I had a really bad back pain. I bounced it. You're trying so hard to lift that. It should be nothing for someone your size. I'm half your size and can do that. Twitch is the only place where someone could go, oh man, you're putting up 4 plates for 8 on the end of your fucking deadlift set after you've already done like 5 sets. You know what I mean? After you've done like a 5 by 8, and it seems like you're struggling on your last one. It's like, yeah, I'm tired. It's also 4 plates. Like, I don't think it's that heavy for my size. I am 246 pounds as of today. But the reality is that it's still pretty good. Is this you? That's awesome. I love this video. I'm gonna fucking DM this to myself. I'm gonna bookmark it and send it to Rage. 8x405 means you lifted 3,240 pounds. You're so strong, real and true. Working out is a you versus you thing. Anyone talking shit about how much someone lifts misses the point. Yeah. So, oh yeah, my man Pete Davidson.
All right. Tell us why you come out, Mr. Davidson.
Gotta support the writers, man. No writers, no shows without the writers.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Supporting today?
Of course. I got Spavoni.
Skeet!
All right.
There you guys
Tell us why you come out.
Only a loser would criticize a person he's watching. I mean, this is Twitch. There's a lot of losers. Let's be real, but bar for bar, stole my flow. No, dude, this is like a fucking common thing that people do. Like, this is awesome. Want to be him so bad. Trump has a mammoth ass invisible panty line. Why did you send this? Why are you trying to get me bricked up? Okay, what's wrong with you? I'm streaming. I'm live, dude. You're getting me fucking horny. I don't like that. Stop. I'm trying to focus. Fuck, man. I'm over here showing you my excellent dumper, and you have to one-up me by showing the king dumper, okay? There is no dumpy. All other dumpies pale in comparison. Back when you thought you would have forever back pain, I think I'll just forever have back pain at this point. So, what happened to those glasses? I love those glasses. I can't find them. You know, it just comes with the territory being 30 years old, I guess. It's just one of those things. Like, yeah, this is from when? September 18th, 2021. Old house. This is literally like almost 2 years ago now. That's when I first started like working out again. And I kept fucking my back up every single time. And it was so frustrating. It was so awful. Oh, did Carl steal them? God damn it. That's what happened. And honestly, I mean, I've come a long ass fucking way from then. How did you recover? Physical therapy, working out nonstop, doing the right moves over and over again, doing correctives. I do a lot of fucking correctives. Like, I use a big chunk of my time, other than the compound muscle exercises, a big chunk of my time in the gym also revolves around correctives. Like, for example, when I identify a problem, like let's say you have neck issues, right? Let's say you have neck issues. Found that chatter making fun of your lift in probably form. You're trying so hard to lift that. It should be nothing for someone your size. KW. Dude, he fucking got me though. Dude, why are you doxing the chatter? It's fucked up. But yeah, as I was saying, like I identify a problem. I identify a problem area. Let's say I have a neck issue. Part of that is because I have what is known as gamer neck. A lot of you also have that gamer neck issue, right? Because you sit in front of a computer all day. So I have scap muscles that are underactive, and I have hypertrophy up here, right? Because I'm constantly flexing my traps. So what you're supposed to do is like strengthen your lats and strengthen your you're supposed to do like wall angels and a bunch of other like corrective exercises to ensure that like your muscles are all activated at all times to correct your posture and literally pull the other muscles that are moving in the other direction down. Because there's a big there's balance to everything. Every time you have a muscle that's like pulling in this direction, you have another muscle that's pulling in that direction. If that muscle is always, if the muscle pulling in the opposite direction is weak and this one gets stronger and stronger and stronger, this one will become too tight and this will become too weak. Okay, it can stretch a lot, but it'll become too weak. So what you're supposed to do is strike the delicate balance, which is what I do all the time. That's why I'm constantly fucking working on my posture. That's why my posture looks the way it does when I'm walking, where people say like, oh, dude, you have such a fucking fat dumper. What's wrong with you? You look weird. But that's where that comes from. Joke's on you. All my muscles are weak. Now, no matter what happens, like you definitely have muscles. No matter how weak you are, there's definitely muscle groups that are stronger than others. Anyway, I think we've talked enough about the strike. Here, let's just fucking be attended.
Of the camera are also halting production.
Hey, ho, ho. This corporate green has got to go.
As the media are not generally covering the strikes. Yeah, of course not, dude. What do you mean? The mainstream media, let's be real. Anytime you get any kind of fucking positive thing, anytime you get any kind of positive coverage or like neutral coverage on strikes is good, honestly. That they've mentioned is that because streamers have a policy of not telling you if your show is a banger or not, and have a policy of basically refusing to let eyeball numbers be released, that they can get away with paying the fucking writer of Wednesday, right, which is like a hit TV show, as far as we know, because we don't really have an understanding of whether it's a hit or not, right, with the same as like any other fucking show. So the dude working on Wednesday is getting paid just as little as the dude working on another TV show that gets immediately fucking, immediately canned. The other part about it is like, yeah, Barry season 3 is a good example. Sometimes, even if a show is a fucking hit, they literally, because no one knows what the fucking eyeball numbers look like, they can still rework it and decide to shelve it, even if it's popping. Okay? Even if a show is popping, sometimes they literally shelve it because it didn't hit the adequate demos that we wanted it to hit. Like, they basically have no way of knowing, and that's by design. They don't have to, sell advertisers, so they don't have to reveal impression numbers, or none of those have to leak ever. So when they don't leak, then you can get away with paying nothing to every single person. You know what I mean? But ultimately, Barry's girlfriend show gets immediately canceled on the show in the same way. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was literally a joke about exactly this, because the writers are the ones who are on strike. You know what I mean? So ultimately, that's how that works. Westworld is a great example of a show that was actually successful and popular, but they just do not want to have it available on streamers because they don't want to pay any residuals or anything like that. So they took it off the fucking market. They wiped it. Westworld Season 1 was a banger. It was a huge hit. Didn't even watch Season 2 ultimately. But you have to understand that, like, it's crazy that a show that had an audience, certainly had an audience, could be just taken off. Could be taken off the shelves completely. Now, mid, not mid, doesn't matter. There's still an audience for it. There are still eyeballs for it. Why did they take it down? Yeah, it took too much time in between seasons, in my opinion. But why pay residuals when subscribers watch the dog shit movies for the same price? Oh, here, Barry has a moment on Taste Cluster. This is real. This is a real conversation that people have. Look.
So I got out my laptop and typed out the entire title, JOPLIN, and still had no matches. It wasn't until I typed out SALLYREEDNEWSHOWJOPLI that it auto-completed the rest, and I found the show. So what do we need to do to get it back on the homepage?
We are canceling the show.
It's real. This is real.
Why? Well, the algorithm felt it wasn't hitting the right taste clusters.
Taste clusters? It's been 12 hours.
Want to know what the irony is? HBO is pulling this shit too now. HBO is HBO for one reason, okay? Pre-Max, pre-fucking merger. HBO has been considered like premium television and possibly even a movie killer for the longest time for one reason and one reason only. They don't give a fuck about the algorithm. They make shows that they don't think is going to, it's prestige television, because they don't make TV shows in the same way that other motherfuckers make TV shows. They make shows that are prestige because it's high quality and it's good art. Okay? That's why they used to do that. And now it's done. It's over. Even fucking HBO is over. You can't put a price tag on art. You cannot try to be a slave to the algo. True Detective Season 1 is premium television. Oh my fucking Lord. True Detective Season 2 sucks ass. It was awful. You need to explain that their new and cheap ideas have absolutely bombed and that they are trying to pad their books so they don't look like absolute losers for not paying talent. This Latin whitewashing of stupid ideas. Yeah. Hence their old tag. It's not TV, it's HBO. Exactly. Netflix spent $200 million on the show and immediately canceled it 1 month after its release. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even fucking watch it. It seemed like it sucked. Good video on the subject about the HBO
If you're new to
purge.
this relatively new channel and don't know my other one, I'm legally required to inform you, in case you can't tell from all the beard on my neck, that I am a registered anime fan. And not just, because I got caught streaming.
Okay, this dude is already like, making funny, self-facing jokes. Like I like it already. There's two different types of these dudes online. Okay? There's guys like this who are fucking hilarious, humorous, make fun of themselves. And I get it. I'm the same way. You know what I mean? And then there's dudes that look like this that are very serious about like, oh, dude, like, how dare you? You reacted to this video on this is the Japanese cult guy. Happy Fun Times or whatever? Yeah, this dude's awesome. Yeah, you have Guys like this, and then you have fucking the quarter pounder. You know what I mean? McDouble. I like him. I like this dude. He's awesome.
Fan. And not just, you know, because I got caught streaming Demon Slayer in a public park or whatever. I'm into the hardcore shit with mentally ill walrus taxi drivers and golfing cyborg mafiosos. I can and will find a connection between literally any topic you can think of and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. For example, did you know that Warner Brothers produces the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime? If you're a JoJo's fan, then by the end of this video, that knowledge will fill you with much dread, I think. To be clear, this video isn't about anime. It's about Western cartoons, which have really been catching up to anime and, in some respects, even
Woo! So good. Yo, one of the fucking animators on...
passing it in terms of their
one of the fucking animators was Hasanabi head at the strike.
Last couple decades. And not...
One of the fucking animators on Invincible is a Hasanabi head who was at the fucking strikes. He was the one wearing the... He was the one wearing the hat, the John Brown hat, and he said de-Stalinization for some reason. I don't give a fuck. I love his show. I love that show, man. It's a, or he's a character designer. Sorry, not an animator. My bad. I fucked it up. Oh yeah. I'm already fucking it up. God, I love the Hasanabi heads, dude. They're everywhere. It's awesome.
Just the shows that directly emulate anime, like Avatar, either. From Adventure Time to Steven Universe to Over the Garden Wall to Gravity Falls to BoJack Horseman to...
That was me, King. Dude, you were dope. Thanks for coming out.
Bob's Burgers to Rise of the TMNT, the bar for American animation has been raised across the board in every genre. And cartoons are even moving into new genres now. In particular, there's this new trio of American isekai, Disney's The Owl House and Amphibia, plus Cartoon Network's Infinity Train, which I've heard nothing but great things about and have really been looking forward to watching and maybe covering in a video.
American isekai, no shot. I mean, I don't even watch Japanese isekai, so it's not for me.
Whenever the anime industry decides to calm down with the shows a little. The false binary that cartoons have to be either exclusively for kids or late-night adult comedies has been obliterated, and the potential for animation to tell any kind of story we can imagine has finally been unlocked. Many of these shows, far too many to list now in the wake of the streaming boom, have spawned fan bases every bit as rabid and lore-obsessed as your average anime as a result. Not that the executive...
Infinity Train has also been wiped from the internet like Westworld. I assume the reason why he's talking about this is precisely that. We're talking about why HBO Max has decided to fucking shelve a lot of their products, which, by the way, is... obviously a bad thing, but it's a good thing if you want to shelve the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour. There's a 3-minute ad break. You already know if you've been in here for a long enough time. If you no longer want to see those ads, if you want to shelve it like HBO Max is purging some good IP for one reason or the other, then all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub if you're lucky. That's right. If you're lucky, you can get gifted a sub, and you will be able to avoid the ads that way. Evil as 905, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Nestor Perez 08, thank you for the 5 get the subs as well, allowing 10 people total to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Who actually own these shows seem to have noticed the difference. Pretty much every unimpeachable all-time animated classic I just named has been shuffled around the broadcast schedule or threatened with cancellation at some point because it wasn't moving enough toys or whatever. And the few lucky enough to avoid that fate were either absolute ratings behemoths or short enough to be over before the meddling really began.
Hazard MTG, thank you for the 10
Animators in America, much like their Japanese counterparts, deal with constant disrespect and shamefully low pay from the men they make millions for. But they do get something out of that Faustian bargain. The chance to leave their mark on our culture, to put something beautiful and personal out into the world, which for the rest of time, new people can discover and fall in love with, and maybe even be inspired by to create their own cool new thing that to exist. It will at least get to, but that too will at least get to exist. It will at least get to connect with people and keep connecting with people forever. And whatever else the suits choose to do, they can't take that away from these artists. Oh, Wait, yes they can. Fresh off the heels of their brilliant decision to can a mostly finished $90 million Batwoman movie as a tax write-off at the same time as they're actively refusing to cancel a The Flash movie that stars a wanted sex criminal and alleged cult leader, the executives at Warner Brothers...
Dude, wasn't there a new article that just came out where, like, the executives basically were like, people will forget. People will forget. It's wild to just be like, dude, you don't understand. We need Ezra. Okay? We need them. It don't even matter if they're literally like killing the production assistants like on set with their toenails, okay? Doesn't matter. Are you going to boycott it? Man, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to watch it anyway. But, like, what do you want me to say? Like, oh, yeah, I'm putting my foot down. I'm boycotting it. That kind of shit doesn't work, okay? You know what works? If it sucks. That's how it works. Hold on. I gotta grab my food that my mommy made.
Discovery have made the executive decision to pull a whole fuckload of mostly animated shows off their streaming service, HBO Max. And not in the way you're probably used to with Netflix, where sometimes they lose the license to a show that you were watching and you have to go watch it elsewhere. No, these are all shows that Warner Bros. Owns the entire IP to, including Infinity Train, OKKO, Aquaman King of Atlantis, hundreds of classic Sesame Street episodes, some of the most historically important American media of the last century, and even Elmo's new not-too-late-night talk show. A few of these are also cancellations whose recently finished unaired seasons or movies will serve as tax write-offs for the brand, just like Batgirl and the no longer upcoming Scoob holiday special, which is fucking heinous enough as it is. Like, imagine pouring an entire year or more of your life into creating a work of art only for some fuckhead accountant to tell your boss he can put a bigger hot tub on his new yacht if it never sees the light of day. Also, any resource distribution system that actively incentivizes not distributing a product that's already consumed the resources needed to make it is perhaps due for a serious reassessment, but I don't want to fixate on that because what happened to the shows that weren't canceled for tax purposes is, frankly, even sadder and more infuriating. So far as I can tell, and just to be clear, I'm not an expert, there doesn't seem to be any tax benefit to removing a piece of media that's already been released and had a chance to recoup some of its costs. So then we must ask, why? Because they want to stop paying residuals to the artists. Residuals, if you're not aware, are payments that actors, writers, and other unionized contributors to mass industrial art receive whenever their work is re-aired or redistributed.
They're like,
These
it's not worth the $8 we're
made
paying.
years ago, thanks to the Hollywood Actors and Writers Guilds, guarantee that at least a fraction of the profits generated by their work after the fact will always get back to them. And that's true even when there are no profits sometimes. So it is totally possible for a studio to lose money on residuals. Generally speaking, though, that will only happen if the work in question already lost a bunch of other money elsewhere, more than can be recouped by licensing it out to broadcasters and what have you, because obviously the cost of those residuals is taken into account when setting the price for those licenses. Now, streaming kind of complicates this, because instead of airing one time on a fixed date or being sold one time as a Blu-ray or DVD, works live on streaming platforms forever, in theory. So instead of a one-time fixed fee, writers and actors get paid a percentage of a fixed rate based on the subscriber count of the platform their work is appearing on, going by the logic that the content they've created is what keeps those subscribers on the platform. which is objectively true. That's how streaming works. Some shows end up costing a platform more in licensing fees, production costs, and residuals than they make by directly attracting new subscribers with that show, but by presenting the subscribers drawn in by Squid Game or whatever with exclusive content that caters to a wide range of tastes, platforms can encourage users with those tastes to stick around after the big popular thing has fallen out of the public consciousness, eventually paying that money back and then some. This economic reality is baked into the very structure of streaming residuals, which decrease in cost year over year, the percentage falling off exponentially after the first 3 that a title is on a platform, and eventually bottoming out after 11 or 12 years at a fraction of what it used to be. In other words, the longer a platform keeps a title on its servers, the more of the profits that title generates by simply existing on the platform go to the platform. So, say for the sake of argument that the vocal talents of J.K. Simmons and beloved character actress Margot Martindale really are costing HBO Max way more than they're making on Infinity Train directly right now. Writer residuals are based on episode length, and each episode of Infinity Train is 11 minutes long, so it's definitely not that. Also, animation writing residuals get paid directly into animators' union healthcare plans instead of going to the animators, so perhaps it's just that Warner Brothers Discovery hates animators so much they want them all to get sick and die, but the actors costing too much seems a little more likely to me. Whatever the case, since Warner Bros. Discovery owns the IP and doesn't have to pay any licensing fees to keep it, it's still smarter in the long term to leave it up for people to watch and discover, or even just leave in their watch lists forever as one of the things they plan to get to before unsubscribing, because that keeps them subscribed. And that's without even taking into account the potential for the IP to grow over time, find a new audience, maybe sell a bunch of merch. Shit! If one of these titles finds a new audience because of this news, and Warner Brothers decides that it makes economic sense to relist or license it to another platform later, they'll have to start paying that premium first-year residual rate all over again. There are so many downsides to delisting an exclusive title from a streaming platform, and so few upsides, yet they've done it to nearly 30 of them this month, plus several HBO Max original movies. So, we must once again ask, why? Why the hell would a company do something this hostile, not just to its own employees, but its own customers? Something that, in the long term, sure seems like it's gonna be a big net loss for them. Because big publicly traded companies don't give a fuck about the long term anymore. All that matters to them is the current fiscal year, and they give even less of a fuck what their employees or customers want from them. The only people Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav is trying to keep happy with this are the shareholders of his newly merged company. And those shareholders can collectively make a whole fuckload of money from their shares if, following that big merger, Zaslav is able to demonstrate a significant increase in company profits year over year, which he could do by selling more good movies and shows to the public and increasing profits that way, but that takes talent and intelligence, so instead he's laying off almost a fifth of his workforce, writing off any projects that could maybe lose money and likely won't turn a massive immediate profit, and cutting off residuals for a bunch of different shows for the rest of the fiscal year. This isn't some canny business strategy to ensure the long-term viability of the platform and brand. This is simply an act of mass sacrifice to the one true god of our modern age, the line. Blood spilled upon its mighty altar in hopes that it will bless us by going up. And it is a brutal sacrifice indeed. Not only are these titles being pulled from the only platform that will likely ever have the rights to stream them, leaving their creators despondent that their own children who they created the shows for won't be able to watch them, many of their soundtracks have been pulled from every music streaming platform, and all content related to them has been...
They literally... Zuck it, dude. They scrub it from everything. It's so brutal. It's so wild. It's so insane. You know, it's great. It's awesome.
Been scrubbed from every relevant social media platform that WB owns. Not just from Cartoon Network's Twitter, but their YouTube channel, which in Infinity Train's case means that the pilot episode, which has millions of views and thousands of comments dating back to the very start of its fandom, is just gone. Not to mention a bunch of other promotional videos with unique edits and audio cues that nobody would have even bothered to save because, I mean, they're just YouTube ads, and why would they ever go away? That shit's really gone, maybe forever. And just to add insult to injury, Warner Brothers has also immediately ceased manufacturing Infinity Train DVDs, which... the residuals from those come out of the MSRP, so there's no way to lose money as long as they're selling. They went absolutely scorched earth with this move. So there's literally
they hate Infinity Train.
No way to watch the show.
Dude, it seems like they just fucking hate this show, bro. What the fuck? They were like, we have to we have to deny its existence. They Maybe this is what the Hasanabi head was saying when he said de-Stalinization. They de-Stalinized Infinity Train. I don't know anything about the show itself. And quite frankly, I don't care. But again, a lot of these things I have opinions on are opinions based around principles. They're not necessarily a qualitative assessment over whether I individually consume the show, whether I personally like the show or not. It's more so about why these actions are being taken by executives, what kind of say the laborers have in the product itself, and like whether it's a smart decision or not, or whether it's a harmful decision or not.
Anymore besides piracy.
Dude, please, 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 please stop. Please. 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 I'm not gonna like stop everything and then look at Giguk's anime reaction, okay? I just stop. Please. Love Giguk. Not gonna do that right now. The reason why we're watching this is not because we love Infinity Train. It's because it perfectly captures a show that was just like completely wiped off the fucking face of the earth because of mergers and because of companies now trying to generate value in the stock market over like actual, actual art itself.
And that's not me talking. The creator of Infinity Train says as much in his Twitter bio now. Technically, you can still buy the series through Google Play, Prime Video, and iTunes, where, thanks to this news, it's currently the top-selling show on the whole platform, but there's no telling when or if it will be delisted there too, or how long it will remain downloadable for people who've bought it if it is delisted. In many ways, the streaming industry has been great for anime, animation, and art in general.
My God, what's that music?
Media is more widely accessible today than at any point in human history. But there's no guarantee it will stay that way. Streaming services already put their libraries at risk simply by storing them in a centralized system where one catastrophic failure can wipe out unfathomable amounts of data. But on top of that, the dictates of for-profit business do very little to incentivize proper media preservation, and in some cases, like this one, actively disincentivize it. We face a very real risk of a lot of great new art just being lost to time forever, sooner than a lot of us realize. And I've come to realize that one of the only forces really standing against that terrible future is peer-to-peer file sharing. A system where, as long as one person on a network has a file, everyone has access to it. Now, it's not a perfect system either, mind you, but at least it's decentralized with lots of redundancies and a very simple incentive to keep these things accessible. Anyone who loves a work of art will download and seed it. Simple as that. That realization, more than anything, is, I think, what's driven me away from my old, hardline anti-piracy stance. I once made an argument.
This man was anti-piracy?
Argument many years ago that
we all live and we learn and we grow.
Fans of anime and media in general have a certain moral imperative to support anime and media in general streaming platforms wherever they can, to give some money back to the creators of the art we love, and more importantly, to financially incentivize the creation and distribution of more lovable art. There was a lot wrong with that argument, and a lot more wrong with the whole video that surrounded it. Please check out our podcast episode, Times Jeff Was Wrong, if you want to hear me go over some more of those issues in more detail and apologize for being so wrong. But I still stand by that core sentiment. Right now, streaming platforms are the primary driving force behind the creation and distribution of not just anime, but all movies and television, and everyone who pays into them is, to some extent, supporting the creation of that kind of content for everyone who enjoys it, including
that's an older take. The anime and manga community has always been uniquely anti-piracy. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I did not know that was like a take in the anime and manga world. In the Western world, I have no fucking issues with it. I'm a Mr. Pirate. Har, 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 arg, sail the fucking seven seas, get to the Grand Line, get to the New World. I don't give a fuck, dog. Pirate everything.
Including pirates. I definitely wouldn't call it a moral imperative anymore, but I generally do think that paying for streaming platforms is a good thing to do that helps to keep existing art accessible and fuels the creation of more art. But that only holds true as long as these platforms are committed to giving us more art for our money, not taking away what we already have, not fucking over artists and their own customers purely for the sake of a year-end balance sheet. I no longer think you have a moral imperative to support streaming platforms, but if you're currently paying for an HBO Max subscription, I do think that you have a moral imperative to cancel it immediately and tell everyone you know to do the same. Because if this little accounting scheme of Zaslav's succeeds, we are going to see other desperate streaming CEOs pulling the same bullshit, and a lot of streaming CEOs already seem kinda desperate right now. If it fails, though, if they lose enough subscribers to offset the costs they've already cut, that would send a powerful message to all of these platforms that bad media preservation is also bad business. Please, for the love of art, stop supporting HBO Max. You don't have to cancel your sub forever, just to the end of the fiscal year. And if there's something on there you absolutely can't wait that long to watch, well, I'm sure you can find it wherever you go to watch it.
Yeah. Absolutely pro-piracy. Do it. All the way. The only reason why I don't do it is because it's too convenient for me not to. That's it. There was a time and place when I had no access to video games whatsoever, and if it wasn't for fucking piracy, I never would have been able to play thousands of fucking hours worth of video games. Turkey is a young boy. You will never tell me. You will never convince me that piracy is bad or wrong. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I've never even had like, it was never even a forethought. It was never even an afterthought for me. I have been pirating shit for so many years that I've never even thought about it being a bad thing. It's great. Now, the thing is, people will be like, well, what about my friend who's an indie developer? Like, obviously, there are boundaries to that, right? And you make it up as you go along, for the most part. But ultimately, like, if you don't have access to something because it's like paywalled, you know what I mean? No matter what it is, like if you're too poor, then yeah, I don't give a shit. Like with groceries, steal from the Walmart's, Targets, not little auntie corner store. Fuck big corporations. Yeah, I mean, what about fake clothing or sneakers? What? I don't give a shit about any of that. Fake clothing or sneakers? Anyway, here, this is what we were gonna watch originally.
JOPLIN, and still had no matches. It wasn't until I typed out SALLYREEDNEWSHOWJOPLI that it auto-completed the rest, and I found the show. So what do we need to do to get it back on the homepage?
We are canceling the show.
What?
Why? Well, the algorithm felt it wasn't hitting the right taste clusters.
Taste clusters. It's been 12 hours. Don't we need time to get word of mouth?
Oh, the algorithm takes word of mouth into account. But it considers other things too. For instance, if viewers see someone eating dessert within the first 2 minutes of the episode, they almost always finish the entire season.
Always.
Oh, and it's not just dessert. The same goes for Central Park, Kittens, Dev Patel.
We have a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
98. And people were crying at the screening.
I know. And I was one of them. But I guess I was wrong.
Why do you even bother? Watching cuts, giving us notes.
Careful.
If you're just gonna let some machine make all your decisions.
Bro, it's not even a joke. Here's a second component. They put such little marketing behind certain shows. Like, everything is so different with streamers now, you know? Sometimes they will just like put out a show and you're like, okay, for example, did you know that Mandalorian's latest season came out? No? Well, guess what? It did. Did you not know about it? Because they didn't do a single fucking ounce of marketing, a single dime of marketing. Yeah, it came out, it passed. Beef came out of nowhere. There was a little bit of marketing surrounding it, but like, no, you're right. This is literally not a joke. This is a story from one of the writers in the Barry's writer's room. Yeah. This is a real thing that happened. The reality is that they do not do like broad coverage in the same way that they used to. They do not offer broad coverage across the board marketing as they used to. They just have an algo, like an internal algo at Netflix where they're just like, we're going to churn out the same shit over and over again. And then you have shows like the Citadel or the Gray Man or whatever the fuck. Or Apple's new show with Ana de Armas, like the new movie that came out, which is like, what is it? The Spy Who Fucked Me or whatever it's called. And you're like, what is going on? Why did you make this? It's so fucking bad. But clearly people watch it. So that's the reason why they keep making more and more of these, because the Netflix algorithm operates like fucking TikTok. Meanwhile, at least back in the day, people with some level of artistic vision and integrity would turn around and say, you know what, fuck it. Like, we're not going to do the lowest common denominator trash bullshit. We're going to make some fucking premium shows that will stand the test of time, like The Wire, Sopranos. I mean, HBO turning into Max, first turning into HBO Max, and then turning into Max itself is fucking insane.
For you.
See, I can see that you're upset, and if there was someone I could call to override the decision, I would, but I can't because I am that person. You know, does that track for you? You know, maybe if Pam hadn't stolen your thunder.
Pam has a 27%.
But the right verticals are watching. Taste clusters exploding.
Yeah, you know, I've been doing this for 30 years, and if there's anything I've learned, it's nobody knows anything except the algorithm.
Fuck the algorithm!
Okay. And you know, as you were saying that, I thought,
The layers of irony of an HBO show having this moment in it when HBO Max, now known as Max, is quite literally going to be the same kind of slave to the same conversation. The irony of that is not lost on me. We live in such a weird world, man. Speaking of which, here's the Warner Bros. Discovery's hour-long earnings call, omitting any mention of the WGA strike. But the CEO, David Zaslav, tells CNBC he believes a love for working will end it. Yeah, bitch. A love for working. Yeah, let's see how much money he made last year. Yeah, guys. He got $39 million in 2022. His love for work is what keeps him motivated. You know what I mean? With his simple compensation pay package, he could have paid for almost 10% of the overall corrections and demands that the WGA is making. 10%. One guy's salary could pay 10% of the entire industry-wide strike's demands. 10%. One guy. Stop pocket watching. That's not it, though. He also has $203 million in stock options. The only people that work for the love of the game are people that are in the professional field. They're not in the service sector. The people that work in the professional field, though, can also be pushed to a degree where they will literally go, okay, fuck it. Like, I have love in the game, but I also, you know what I love? I love eating. I love eating food. You know what I love? I love having shelter. You know what I mean? Not braving the elements. I love feeding my children. So as much as I have love for the game of writing, like, same goes for my brother, for example. Like, he loves building spacecraft. That's what he wanted to do his whole life. That's what he's doing. He gets served dick platters, okay, on a daily fucking basis from his employer. But he doesn't stop. He just wants to make more fucking spaceships. Doesn't give a shit. Okay? And anyone who works in the same field in like aeromechanical aerospace engineering, you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's a dick buffet out there. You got to sit there and go, nom, 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 nom. Love these cocks you're serving me. Thank you so much, sir. Please, can I have some more? No? Okay, never mind. In response to a question about the WGA strike on yesterday's earnings call, Paramount CEO Robert Bakish said that the studio wants to increasingly push production to offshore it to other countries, threatening to outsource writers' jobs. Yes, sure, Jessica. I'll take both of those. Let me give the writer's strike first, and it's a little bit shorter. Start with writers are an essential part of creating content, and our audiences really enjoy across platforms, and we hope we can come to a resolution that works for everyone fairly quickly. But it's also fair to say that there's a pretty big gap today, and it's a really multifaceted kind of bid mask. So obviously we've been planning for this. We have many levers to pull, and that will allow us to manage through the strike, even if it's an extended duration. In terms of those levers, we have a lot in the can, so to speak, content in the can. So with the exception of things like late night, consumers really won't notice anything for a while. Add to that a broad range of reality and unscripted, where we're definitely a leader as well as sports, and that's not affected. And so look, we can do more in those areas if necessary. And again, we have a leadership position overall. Plus, we have offshore production, which we've been moving to leverage pre-strike anyway as a part of our broader strategy, and Naveen touched on that. Plus, finally, one of the largest libraries in media features, television series, multiple demographics, etc. pull from and to fill schedule. So we're well positioned to navigate that. And by the way, in case, I'm sure, because I'm sure if you're wondering, in terms of financial impact, it really ultimately depends on the duration of the strike, but at this point, we think it's probably slightly dilutive to revenue flat on OIBDA and accretive to your question to cash. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I mean, they pumped a backlog for this kind of thing, knowing that a strike was coming, and they were like, yeah, no, it's fine, dog. Do your thing, okay? Meanwhile, this is the NBA without its normal writers, okay? Here is LeBron trying to relate to his Gen Z teammates.
Level 1 complete. Get harder and harder each level, all right? You know, y'all play Call of Duty. Y'all know what that means going to the next level. Y'all play Mario Brothers. You know what it means. And Super Contra when they go to the next to, you know, I'll say level 2. So level 2 is upon us. Like you said, tomorrow, decompress, get away from the game, and then we get back locked in, all right? Level 1 complete.
Mario. Did he say Super Contra?
Get harder and harder each level, all right? You know, y'all play Call of Duty. Y'all know what that means going to the next level. Y'all play Mario Brothers. You know what it means. And Super Contra when they go to the next level.
Bro, Super Contra, like, came out when you were first born. Like, fuck you mean, Super Contra. Like, that game literally came out when LeBron was born. What is he talking about, dude? Relatable? Yeah. That's like one of the first ever games I played on the fucking regular Game Boy, not even color. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm relating to the Zoomers with, Sega Dreamcast, you know? We got to be more like Atari, not Sega Dreamcast. What do you young whippersnappers have at home? GameCubes?
Next to, you know, I'll say level 2. So level 2 is upon us.
This is what happens. Now, you might say, Hassan, who cares? You know, that's LeFib. Okay, he's just fibbing. Okay. What matters is how he, puts down buckets, takes shots that you normally wouldn't take, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, who do you think writes the script for the NBA, bro? It's not just the fucking locker room talk. Huh? Oh, you think, oh my God, like referees, they're cheating. No, that's outdated. It's all scripted, dog. Have you seen the NFL? Have you seen the NBA? I just looked it up, and Super Contra released January 1988. Yeah, I mean, it came up before me. This is how I know you not on NBA Twitter. We've been moved past this meme. What do you mean? I'm not on NBA Twitter. Where the fuck would I be on NBA Twitter? I don't watch the NBA. I just like saying it's scripted because it like pisses off a lot of people. And it's very funny to think that like it's like my favorite stupid thing to say, okay? Claiming that like claiming that the entire professional sports world is scripted is objectively hilarious. So you mean to tell me Dylan Brooks being a heel isn't just an analogy, but the actual truth? No, it's the truth. And they have literally the fucking worst writers, bro. They have like worse in the sense that like they have a lot of woke writers. That's why there was the China arc. You know what I mean? Where like LeBron came out in support of Mao, in support of a Maoist revolution. He was like a Maoist third worldist, but also a Trotskyite at the same time. He said like permanent third worldist revolution, an international permanent third worldist revolution. And it was crazy when he said that. I thought like, God damn, which Harvard Lampoon writer fucking put this in there in the script? But like, he did. He said that, you know? The NBA is about to renegotiate the TV contract, so they rig the Lakers and Warriors to win and play each other to get better ratings. Dude, you say this, but I literally had to talk to my brother and dad the other day because of their stupid ass belief about this and all the other stupid right wing. Wait, your brother and your dad legitimately think the NBA is scripted? Okay, there's no saving them. Okay? Let's be real, brother. There is no fucking saving them. Lots of people do. Yeah, they're gone. Like, I get the whole, like, Fauci, ouchie, like, being afraid of the vaccine shit. Maybe because I see it all day, every day. But that's a bridge too far to be like, all sports are scripted and Vegas is in on it. Yeah, I can't stand by with that.
With Samantha Cortese. Back.
Here, this is, we are going to cover the infamous chokehold. I've been staying away from this because a lot that was happening. So trigger warning for everybody. I think we're done with the strike coverage. We've done enough. Okay, who crossed the picket line to write this gem? Oh, you didn't see me joking about this. I see. This is post-divorce Steven Crowder. You know what I mean? Also, I delivered an insane fucking ratio to Mr. Andrew Tate here, who is in home prison, in a prison of his mind nonetheless, but also currently at home prison, where he said Lazan as a grown-ass man. As a grown-ass man currently under house arrest for sex trafficking investigation, by the way. 42,000 likes to his measly 6,000, so that was chill. Yeah. That was pretty fire that he's doing stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Keep up the good work, my friend. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. But yeah, Steven Crowder post-divorce getting progressively kinkier.
Give me that milk. Oh, give me that milk. Won't you cut?
Just, you know, dropping fat loads everywhere. So that's great. Good for them. Good for Steven. Oh, here's Steven Crowder. Remember when Dave Landau was talking about how there's a shut up Dave button in the studio? and that Steven Crowder hits it to shut Dave up so that he could have the last word, even though Dave no longer works there. Yeah, guess what? He's also using it for Brian Callen.
You think you probably think ladies? You probably think ladies? I bet you probably think ladies have
Lady.
Huh? I bet you probably think that. Look, if you want to be in a place where kids, parents can force them to keep their cooks.
That's the button. That's the button. The shut the fuck up button to the co-host, to the peanut gallery. That's awesome, dude. That's so good. He's so chill. You can literally hear the button.
You think?
Watch.
I bet you probably think ladies. I bet you probably think ladies have
Lady.
Huh?
He just stops. I think Brian Callen was like probably hired, it seems. Anyway, here, by the way, it's a big day for the Straw Hat crew. It's Monkey D. Luffy's birthday. I'm going to play that real quick while I go.
I know some of you are getting to know my character Luffy for the first time. His spirit of adventure, his dream to find the One Piece, his cool hat. What can I say? He's an awesome guy. But what you might not know is how to pronounce his name. It's Luffy. Luffy.
Luffy.
It's Luffy. Not Luffy. Luffy. Luffy.
Luffy. Luffy? Now I'm actually doubtful. Is it Luffy or is it Luffy?
Luffy? Luffy.
Luffy!
Luffy. Luffy. See? It's not too hard. Luffy. I know some of you are getting to know my character Luffy for the first time. His spirit of adventure, his dream to find the One Piece, his cool hat. What can I say? He's an awesome guy. But what you might not know is how to pronounce his name. It's Luffy. Luffy.
Luffy.
It's Luffy. Not Luffy. Luffy. Luffy.
Luffy. Luffy? Now I'm actually doubtful. Is it Luffy or is it Luffy?
Luffy? Luffy.
Luffy!
Luffy. Luffy. See? It's not too hard. Luffy.
Go again!
Listen, sometimes my people take longer, okay? Oh, I really hope this is not cringe. I saw it. Oh, yeah. That did look kind of cringe. But then again, it's like
we all love
trying to educate motherfuckers, adults on anime. Dude, I don't know. I got a lot of high hopes for this, even though live action renditions of anime have always been dog shit unless it like just basically steals from the source material and then covers it in an entirely different way, like the Matrix series covered Ghost in the Shell. Other than that, I can't really think of anything other than like, people that like Western live action shows that have like drawn inspiration from anime and given ode to anime sequences are great. But if it's like a full-blown live action rendition of like a anime, it is so bad. I mean, Netflix literally destroyed Cowboy Bebop. Oh my god. I know Oda is backing it, but maybe Oda is backing a fat fucking bag. I don't know. He says the Netflix series won't launch until he's satisfied. Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to fucking holy shit. I've been working with Tomorrow Studios and Netflix for quite some time now, even though they understand each of the characters. We obviously come from very different cultures, so when it comes to entertainment, we have different codes. Dude, Netflix, put me in contact with Ichiro Oda! Okay? Oda-sama! I get him. I understand him. Okay? I know it's not even a cultural difference because I'm basically Japanese, okay? But also on top of that, look at how long this meme is. He loves writing. He is such a fucking leftist. There is no better example of this than fucking posting this shit, dude. Look at this. I'm telling you. 1, I'm basically Japanese. 2, we have the same politics. Me and Oda, we have the same politics. Let me talk to him. I will help you facilitate. This process with ease. Okay? This is supposed to be a writer strike. Bitch, I'm not a writer. It's perfect. I'm not even scabbing technically because Oda is in Japan and he's writing in Japan. So technically it's not scabbing. I'm just saying. Also, I would throw the entire guild aside. I would cast them aside in a heartbeat for the opportunity to be in the same room with this man and finally know the truth about his politics, okay? Conclusively. But imagine you fucking meet up with Oda and he's like, yeah, dog, I don't know. I just wanted to make Gumman adventures. Like, what the fuck do you mean he's a terrorist? I saw that Trash Taste episode and I thought it was, in poor taste. I would probably die. In that moment, I would perish. I would tell no one if he said that. I rest my case. Luffy, Lula. Lula is from Brazil. Where is Luffy from? The coincidences keep piling on. Yo, chill. QAnon is on. I'm One Piece anon. Okay, that's the only time I believe in QAnon style conspiracies. So the One Piece that Raftel is a signed portrait of Karl D. Marx in the original copy of Das Kapital. After I ate what bro cooked. This is so funny that he's like, God, now that we know why this had to happen to him, it just makes it so much funnier. Okay.
Damn, this guy's good.